Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is an unboxing video of the Poseidon X that I got here on December 1st. So this is going to be an unboxing and assembly of the bike. It's going to be me just talking over the footage that I recorded. There's going to be some stuff sped up and stuff like that. So first things first, the bike comes in a TV box that says Fragile on it, and it has a picture of a TV. I think that's there to help the delivery guys, so make sure that they're not banging it around too much. When it arrived at my doorstep though, however, you'll notice how it says this side up. It was actually tilted on the other side. I got the small version. This is the 52 centimeter frame. It's 700C wheels, so about 29-inch wheels. The packaging was really nice. The box didn't seem to have any damage or any holes or dents or anything like that. It came pretty well packaged and no issues with anything like that. As I'm opening the box and kind of looking at how it's packaged in there, the wheels were tied together versus sometimes you'll get one of the wheels already attached. Usually it's the rear wheel already attached to the frame. This one, both wheels were off the bike and connected together. It kind of makes it for a more compact. The box is actually a little bit smaller than a normal bike box as far as the width. It's a little bit thicker, but shorter. You get a box of accessories. In that box is the disc rotors that don't come pre-installed. There's some disc rotor bolts, there's a reflector kit, and some warranty information and stuff like that. I found that the easiest way when you're unpacking a bike versus using like a knife or a utility knife, use your brake cable cutters to get through those zip ties. There was probably, I don't know, I want to say 100 zip ties attached to this thing, but it's good. This is a 27.2 diameter seat post, so it's your standard road diameter. The saddle is a little funky. That's one of the first things that I've already changed. It didn't seem very comfortable. It was real narrow and kind of long, awkward. I didn't want to test that out. I do have it on here for the install. Basically just threw the seat tube in there so that way I can get it up into the stand. Once I've got the bike into the stand, as you can see, I'm struggling here a little bit. My clamp on my stand wasn't going in. It was turning, but the things weren't moving, so it's a little worn out. So here you can kind of see me going through, taking all the foam protecting off. As I'm doing this, I'm inspecting, making sure that there's no damage to the frame. I didn't find any. There's no scratches, no dents, no cracks, nothing like that. The handlebars do come detached, so you have to unscrew the stem face and put those on. I just kind of had them on there loosely just to kind of get them from out of the way from hanging. You can make some adjustments to your angles later. Close-ups on the bike, these are clear-coated logos on the bike, so they're not going to peel off. This is the Pro Wheel crankset. That's a square taper bottom bracket that I'll probably end up changing. Full carbon fork there with the mounting points for stuff. Tapered head tube. I'm assuming that's a tapered fork in there. Here's your rear spacing. I'm sure this is 135. Mounting points for some racks. Here's your bars, flared out bars. We'll see how these go. I'll be interested to see how I like them. And then the Microshift Advent X, the drop bar version. This is a budget option, but it performs really well. I've had this on other bikes. And here's the contents of the box of accessories. As I was trying to get the derailleur on, I was thinking that I had to take the chain off because it was kind of behind the chainstay there, but ended up just having to bring it over, and then I was verifying, making sure that the chain was actually going to work, and it was just fine. So I didn't have to take out the quick link of the chain or anything like that. They ship these bikes with the derailleur removed, the disc rotors removed, and I think that's to help prevent any damage, any of the rotors being bent, or your derailleur being broken, or the hanger being bent. So it's a nice thing that they do that. It's a little bit of annoying to have to do those extra steps in assembling it, but it's better than the alternative. You might end up with, you know, a bent rotor, or, you know, a bent or broken derailleur, and then you have to wait for new parts. Putting in the skewers into the quick release after I've got the disc rotors all put on, airing up the tires. I put about 50 psi in there just to kind of give it some pressure. I weighed the bike as it was, and it was 24.4 pounds. So that's pretty much it on the assembly. Probably took about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes if you're really taking your time. For me, it took a little bit longer because I was messing with the camera and stuff like that. So what I'd like to do is get out there sometime in the next day or two, as long as the weather's good, get a first ride with all the stock parts, minus the saddle, of course, and then the pedals. I'm using the Fuker pedals because the pedals that they shipped with are just some cheap demo pedals that, you know, nobody wants to use. Just something to get you out there. But I'm gonna ride it as is for the first ride or two, or, you know, if it feels really good, maybe I'll just keep it stock for a while. But I do have plans for it. I've got a set of JG Bike wheels that are just sitting waiting to be used. I think my initial thought was I was going to use those for the Kent Travail. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not yet. We'll see. I will be changing, very likely, the bottom bracket. It's got a internal threaded bottom bracket on there right now. And I have a couple of hollow bottom brackets laying around that I like those. They save a little bit of weight. And they're sealed. I don't have to worry about them, and they're easy to take on and off. If you ever had to replace them, I prefer them to the internal ones. I've also got a 38 tooth oval chainring that I might use on that. Let me show you. So as you can see, I've got this JG Bike. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't know. There we go. JG Bike. Is it upside down? There we go. JG Bike crankset. This is pretty much brand new. I've had this for a while, but it hasn't had a lot of miles put on it. So it's still in pretty new shape. And then I've got a couple of these external bottom brackets lying around. Let's see, this one, I don't know which one's in better shape. They both got a little bit of scuffing on them, but they'll do the job that I need. So that's the plans for now. And then the bars you got that's kind of flared out on the drops. I might change those depending on how comfortable or uncomfortable they are. We'll see. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching this one, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more on this bike or any of the bikes. You know, I'll be making more content here during the winter months, as far as like this kind of stuff, putting stuff together, making modifications versus riding videos, because it's pretty cold out. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.